Okay guys, welcome back to J Strategies, where we bring you all of the latest and greatest crypto news and much more. Guys, don't forget to smash that like button. We love all of the support that you guys have been showing. It's just excellent and awesome seeing you guys tweeting on Twitter, and the interaction and the engagement is excellent. I try to get with everybody and try to answer messages and spread the news of crypto adoption throughout the whole world. No matter what time zones you're in, no matter where you're at, come rock with us all day, every day, taking crypto to the moon. Let's hop actually in. We're going to get to the charts, but let's go ahead and hop into the overall crypto market market cap. You can see it's at 1.89. You can see the total overall crypto market cap did have a pullback, and it pulled below these moving averages because we have the 50 cross over the 200. And that happened, and the market was being pulled down from there. But those are just indicators, guys. The overall fundamentals in the market are actually really well. Let's just hop into these overall crypto markets. So you can see that the crypto market cap's coming in at 1.8 trillion. 24-hour volume, 81 billion. Bitcoin dominance in the market. That Bitcoin dominates the market 41.5%, and then Ethereum dominates the market 18.7% today. Bitcoin pulled back 6.3%, guys. Bitcoin holding at 40.4. So the 40.4, so 40.5, we could say we're holding this little range, whole and half numbers. Ethereum at 2.8, pulled back 5.3%. Tether rocking at $78 billion market cap with $57 billion volume. Right now, Tether volume, you can see the dominance of the U.S. Tether market actually is going up. That means that more people are swapping their crypto, hence Bitcoin, into U.S. Tether. So you can look at the U.S. Tether dominance and you can see how that climbs. Binance Coin at 406. You can see Binance Coin, okay, BNB, on the 1 hour, 50's turning down, about to cross the 200. So we're going to watch for this right here. We did see a bounce off the psychological low. So you can see the psychological low. You can get this indicator. You can see up there where it says Traders Reality. That's the indicator that gives you all of these levels. Pretty much the only levels you need for the market makers. You can see the different M pivot zones. So we did come past the M2 pivot zone, heading towards and above the psychological high. So right now, if you see how Binance is pulling up and then testing the psychological high, let's see if it does break towards the daily open and then continue to the upside. But it all depends on the markets today. When we're looking at Bitcoin, we're going to hop over to the chart. We're going to do it this way today and see how you guys like it. So Bitcoin is at the 40.426. So you see where it says yesterday's low. So that's actually at the 40,050 range, I'd say, right before that, wicking out. This is the Sydney session right here, the green box, and then the red boxes are the New York sessions. 50 EMA pulling down on the 1 hour. This is on the 1 hour chart for the Bitcoin price. On the 4 hour chart, you can see that Bitcoin has kind of like this double top area formed, and you can see liquidity grabs up in this area above the M4 zone. We did pull down below the 50. Okay, down below the 200, back to the M2 pivot zone where the daily open is. So let's see if we can bounce off the daily open to retest to the M3 pivot zone at 42.3. That would be some bullish action. You're going to want to hop over to the SPY and see how the SPY is doing today, and the S&P index, the 10-year bond. So the SPY is coming at 437, US down 9.54 pre-market. Everything like this. It looks like the SPY is coming back for the levels of 435, and then let's see what happens from there. We will monitor the markets, drop tweets all day. Don't forget to hop over to J Strategies Twitter. That's where we drop all of our information and tweets all day, every day. You can see how we have our promotions going on and our different reports and news and much more. You can see Gone Wild here doing very well, holding the line of support, bouncing. Definitely have two different sources of income actually on the Gone Wild token. You can find that on CoinMarketCap. Also, give us our feedback. Gone Wild just dropped the magazine today, so go ahead and hop in there and give some feedback, guys. War of Tribes. Well, War of Tribes to the moon. Drop in, drop some information. Give us a retweet. Give us a quote. Give us some tags. Rock out War of Tribe to the moon. And you can see I drop also Traders Reality. Excellent videos to watch, guys. Follow along, market makers. Let's go. Let's hop back into the overall crypto market. So we're talking about Ethereum now, but we're talking about the SPY. So if you can see, we're going to pull over here and we are going to see the US 500. And I kind of like to see this, how it bounced off of here and it came back up. But what I'm concerned is these areas for people's like options and longs and stuff like that. So I'm going to watch the US 500 and see what's happening with there. The Dow, it's coming back for this moving average at the 60, so we can see if it's going to pull up into any of these moving average zones, and that will give us our idea here. The Bitcoin volatility is up, so that's because the Bitcoin price was dropping. I actually want to see this pull back towards this area, maybe pull up again, and then that will be in the volatility. The dollar index, if you look and you see to the dollar index, it kept shooting above here because of the uncertainty in the market, but now it pulled back towards this moving average. So maybe we'll ride this moving average and it will start curving to the downside because that's better for crypto. Okay? So now we can talk about Ethereum. We're going to hop over here and look and see ETH pulled back 5.3% coming in at 2.8. So Ethereum, okay, so here we go. This is the daily, last week low. We're actually going to look at well, we'll talk about the daily. We pulled below the 50 EMA, okay? We tested it. We tried to pull above, but we failed. So bullish would be pulling up to the 50, going above it, retesting it, and then continuing to the upside. That would be extremely bullish for the Ethereum price on our longer time frame, daily time frame. We do have this inverse head and shoulders, but it's not breaking or testing anything I can see with this neckline here. So we are actually, and then depending on the volume on the different shoulders too, we can actually find some ranges here. Hold on one second. Let me just see something. Yeah, so you can see that we need to actually break above pretty much this area here, retest it, and then we can actually get that nice move to the upside. But, you know, we just got to watch and see how the markets are moving, you know what I mean, guys? So let's hop into the 4 hour for Ethereum, a little bit shorter time frame, you know, pulling below this 50 here. Could we come back and retake this 2.7950? That would be another level because you can see that we have these previous vector candles in this zone right below here. So on a bearish note, Ethereum could pull down to this where you see this M1 pivot zone slightly above the 2.7K. All right, we talked about Binance BNB. Let's go into XRP. XRP pulled back 4.17. XRP has been having an excellent move in the market. You can see it's at 0.77, pulling back to the 200. It's trading in between this nice little tight range right here. Very, very nice for XRP. I really don't want to see it pull back below this moving average, but if it does, it will come back down to the 0.71 range to retake back these vector candles over here in this range, and then continuation to the upside for all you bulls out there. Cardano, ADA. Okay, so ADA is kind of like, you see how it shot up, tested 3 times, pulled out, FTD play straight down. So you can see 3 hits to the upside, boom, right here, and then straight down, FTD play, hit the 50 EMA, now it's riding below. So what do you guys think is going to happen? Is it going to come back towards this 50? I don't know, the 50 is curling down. We want to see the 50 start to curl up a little bit, and then that's how I know this will start coming back towards the 50. So be on the lookout for that for the Cardano price. These are 4 hour time frames, so we can go into like the next day because it's 4 hour time frames, 4 hour candles, each candle forming patterns. Matic 1.66. Matic, kind of the same thing. You see here, this pulled an M formation too, so that's not good. M formation straight down. Look at this kind of M formation here too, pretty choppy M formation. So it looks like we're getting out of that formation right now. So let's see what we can form. We're pulling back to the psychological level here on Polygon Matic 1.72. So if I do see that and I see the 50 start to turn up, the 50 EMA, I will definitely be bullish on that. And you can see the MACDs. They've been down here the whole time. We can hop back into here. We actually want to show you the Ethereum MACD. You see the MACD is starting to turn up here, guys. You can see this. This is like a pivotal point right here. Let's see what happens in this area right here, and we'll take it from there because that's how you can see that Ethereum was also that M pattern, and then it switched itself up right here. So it's changing right there. So just watch for the next 1 hour candle after that, and then half-hour increments after that. And then that's how you can pull up what you got going on there. We talked about Matic. Avalanche, guys. Avalanche has been doing very well. It's been having these nice runs to the upsides, a lot of nice news. I don't see any real bad bearish forming here. So what I see is some really bullish. We crossed above with the 50. bounced off of it, continued up. That's really bullish, actually. So now it's retesting this moving average on the 4-hour, which is great. I would love to see a bounce off that back to the entry, but if the market's going to pull down, it will come back to the $82 range. Solano at 94. Solano sees the Solano, not really. You see some really big formations, but they failed, so that's not an M formation here. Maybe a little bit to pull to the downside, but still it looks kind of strong, actually. And the moving average, it was testing it. So what I want to see is this gap area be filled. Looks like they took back this vector area zone right here. So, but on a bearish note, it could come back and test the $87 range. So that would be a short to there with a retest continuation to the upside because of the sentiment in the market right now. You just got to watch the overall price and where that's coming from there. Phantom coming in at $1.93. You can see pulled above the moving average on the 50, pulled down. It looks like it's starting to change its trend, pulling back towards the 50. If I see the 50 curl up, then I would definitely be bullish. Crypto news, Bitcoin news. Crypto bill incoming. Russian's finance ministry kicks off public period. There you go. Public comment period, guys. Very, very important. Here are the Bitcoin levels to watch for the Bitcoin hanging on the $40,000 cliff. Very, very cool, and we're talking about the same exact things, bounce of the pair for 41,000, but nerves remain. Okay, on the back of macro pressures, saw a moderate sell-off on the 17th, which was continuing into Friday, with local lows of 40.330, and then that was talking about Bitcoin. So you can see there's a lot of big news out here in the market, and then overall market news from what's happening is Fidelity is really looking into Bitcoin now as far as ETFs and just the whole world retirements, guys. Think about it. Everybody putting into Bitcoin and retiring at different points in the future is kind of like the big cycle of life, cycle of money. To me, it's just it's blows my mind, DeFi, and how it's just growing and exploding, and how you could have your finance and you control your money, and your money are your money, your keys, all this kind of stuff. So the tensions in the world right now that are going on are suppressing the market so they don't explode. Then the adoption will spread more, allowing the markets to allow more traffic. You can see if you look at the Bitcoin hash rates, they have been going really, really high. Bitcoin has been growing, and the networks have been growing, and they've been actually dispersing more evenly throughout the world, which is excellent because Bitcoin is the decentralized currency. Bitcoin is the gold. Bitcoin is the digital gold of the future, which is now, guys. Get your Bitcoin, hold your Bitcoin. Pretty soon in the future, stores will be US dollar or use your Bitcoin. So guys, remember to smash that like button. Follow us on Twitter, guys. We rock out all day, every day with you guys. We give you more and more information, more and more news, and we just love our community, guys. Thank you so much for all the comments that you guys been dropping, all the contests that we've been doing too. There's a lot out there every day, a couple bucks to win each day, every day. We just do a bunch of different things for the community. We like to help out areas that are less fortunate than us. We like to help people that are in college and in school because we like to see the world get educated, guys. Remember, guys, we want to take cryptocurrency to the next level for mass adoption. Remember, J Strategies to the moon!